Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the tank that is top of the tree, top of the pack. And what I mean by that is, if you play this tank, statistically speaking, you should be increasing your average damage, because this tank right here, well, not this tank, but this tank we're going to look at is the highest tank, or the highest damage tank in the game. So the tank that causes the damage, that is up the top. People are doing the most damage in this tank. So we're not looking at the 60 TP, we're looking at the tank next to it, the Rinoceronte. Now this tank, I've already said, it is absolutely fantastic, and when played correctly, it is a beauty of a tank, and it's clearly showing. You know, I'm not talking about victories, I'm talking about average damage. So this tank is number one, 2230 average damage, for at least for the last update. That is done in this tank. Coming in at number second was actually the VZ55, at about 50 less or 40 less, so it's quite close. So the Rinoceronte is an Italian not tank destroyer, Italian heavy, of course, in tier 10. There's some good things about it, and of course there are some bad things. Now, the turret armor is 205, so not the best turret armor, but you can still get bounces on that. If you angle correctly, you still can get some bounces. Your hull is 130. Now, your DPM is actually 2,592, so compare that to a few other heavies. Again, it's in the middle, really. It's not bad, it's not good, but considering it is an auto reloader, that's actually not bad. And of course we are running the calibrated shells just to get more pen. You've got two shells, and you've got a 3.3 seconds between reloading between each shot, and then of course the two shells. So you've got one shell 9.72, and then you've got the second shell 8.33. so you shoot the second shell first, and then obviously you got 3.3 seconds intraclip, and then you start reloading if you don't shoot that second shell. But again, it's really good because the reloads are not that bad. So if you do want to shoot both shells, you haven't got that long of a reload to wait. So that's what I love about this tank. It'd be better if it had three shells, again, the third shell with around the same kind of reload, but I think if it had three shells, it would be kind of overpowered. So your penetration is 278 on your AP, 362 on your heat, and then 70 on your HE. You've got a 420 alpha gun, 370 on your heat, and 520 on your HE. So if you can get that HE shot out, do so, because that's over 1,000 damage you can do with the two shots. Aim time I still think is okay at 3.2, but the gun dispersion isn't great at 0.335. You have 7 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour. So stats on paper, it is not, like, it's not bad, you know, it really isn't bad, but it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest if you do look at this tank, looking just at the stats on the tank. Go and play it, because again, like, the armor don't look fantastic when you look at it on paper, but actually you can do very well with the armor. You can bounce a lot of shots, but you do have to be quite lucky if you do want to bounce them shots, or sort of get yourself into certain positions. Have done of the Rinoceronte, I've always been complimentary. I think it is a fantastic tank, and you know, even after the update, it is still a fantastic tank, and I'm glad that this tank is sort of up there, not at the best of win rate, but you know, of course, the best for average damage. So just because this tank is the best for average damage, it doesn't mean that you're going to win every game, because it's not the best when it comes to win rate. So it's a tank that is very, very good to cause damage, but not the greatest. I mean, we will look at the top 5 when it comes to win rate a bit later on, but you know, a lot of people don't care about win rate nowadays. A lot of people focus more on their average damage. You know, there's people that really love their average damage. Now, me personally, I'm not really fussed when it comes to average damage, and to be fair, I'm not even really fussed when it comes to win rate. I just want to play the game, have some fun, and this tank, even though it is up there at the top when it comes to average damage, it's a fun tank to play. It's not OP by any means, but it is definitely a fun tank to play, and you're just going to cause damage while you're having a bit of fun. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you guys think of the Rinoceronte? And again, ever since it has been released, I have been one of those that are saying that this tank is fantastic. It is just a brilliant tank, mega fun. And again, just the cherry on the top is that most people are doing damage with the thing. So yeah, hopefully it does stay. Hopefully it does stay that way. So you can see here, this game so far, I've not even really tried, to be honest. I haven't tried. I've just been going around my game as usual. And again, because of the auto reloading system, it really doesn't matter how you play the tank. Of course, if you reload both shells, you're going to do much better, and you are going to get better sort of DPM, but you don't have to reload both shells if you don't want to. Now, there is certain times, like right now, I've got 2 seconds left. This guy is a 2-shot. I might as well wait to reload both shells, because at least then I can definitely take this guy out. And without even trying, 4k damage very easily. Now, I could have got a little bit more, but I messed this shot up against the WZ. Well, I'm waiting, and I literally hit probably the only part that will get a bounce. But very nice win there. Again, 4k damage. We block a shot there from the object 268 as well. So yeah, the top of the tree when it comes to average damage is, of course, the Rinoceronte. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of the Rinoceronte? What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? And is there anything that you would personally change with this tank? Personally, again, I don't think I would change too much. I love the auto reloading system. It would be fantastic if of course you had the 3 shells. But you know, I do believe if it did have 3 shells, I do think it would be kind of OP. But how it stands now, it is a very good tank. But I don't think this tank is overpowered. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. Tomorrow's video, we'll be looking at the bottom of the pack, the tank that does the lowest amount of damage in tier 10. So stay tuned for that. Get subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.